Hi, my love. Oh, welcome back. So, there has been so many things happening. Unless you or anyone is living under a rock, it's very hard to not have, been aware of all of the hype that was happening in astrology, or even if you don't follow astrology news, it's just a lot of us felt all these things deep inside of us. So, I just want to talk about I just want to have a word. Sit down and let's have a word. No, but I just wanted to share something real quick about the whole energy and vibe that was happening lately. So, first of all, we're just going to wrap things up because it's been a lot. I have my notes here, otherwise, I'm just going to start, you know, being all over the place, and we don't want this today. So recently we had a full moon in Aquarius. I believe that happened on the 29th. To be honest, when it comes to days, I am all over the place because I'm pretty sure many of us are wondering how the hell did we get to the last day of July, first week of August? When did this happen? Yeah, I remember we were celebrating Happy New Year not that long ago, and then boom, we blinked, and then all of a sudden we're like, mid-year. How many months are left? September, October, November, December. 5 months. It's not even. We're way past the half year mark. This is absolutely insane. If that wasn't the ultimate proof that time has gone a bit faster, are we recording? Yes, indeed. If that wasn't the ultimate proof that time is has picked up, I don't know what else is. To me, that is the ultimate sign that we have changed elements. We have changed. It's different, right? We are definitely in a very quick from water and earth. That tends to be a bit more slower to move, a little bit more anchored. And now we are in the realm of air and fire. That is fast. It's blazing hot and it's speed. It's fast and furious. So, what happened? We did have the full moon in Aquarius, and that full moon was very particular. I'm pretty sure you've heard all about it. It was all over the place. It's hard. It's hard to ignore it because it was a big one. It wasn't just any full moon, right? It was conjuncting Pluto. Pluto, which is, I don't think Pluto needs any introduction lately because we've been talking a lot about Pluto, especially here on my platform. We love Pluto here. Or I should say, we're learning to love Pluto. It's a slow burn type of love. And so that full moon was conjuncting Pluto, and also it was opposing Jupiter. So already there we can have a sense of the energy that we're talking about, right? Conjuncting Pluto. Pluto is all about birth, rebirth, transformation. It's ruthless transformation. It's the phoenix rising, but through tremendous pain and fire, and you're gonna walk through the fire. It's not, nothing is given here. And so that was the full moon was literally right next to Pluto. So you can already feel that energy of transformation. And on top of it, opposing Jupiter, and Jupiter expands everything it touches. It's go big or go home, right? And we can already feel what is waiting, what is in store for us, what is going to be revealing in the upcoming time. And then I'm pretty sure all of us, we know you're all familiar with the craddle that was happening. It's called in the pop astrology the Barber's craddle. I'm not going to use that term because I really do think it's a misnomer. I don't think, because Bible per se had nothing to do with any of that. So we're not. This is one thing that really annoys me with astrology and pretty much anything nowadays. Like, the internet is amazing, social media has its positive, but that's the problem. It's just like a lot of time things get. It's just. Anyways, let me get off my my soapbox. It's too early for that. It's is it 8 o'clock here yet? Let's just call it the craddle, okay? So the craddle that was happening, creating this configuration at 4 degree, and that was a major configuration. But astrologers have been talking about that for a few months now, and I'm pretty sure some people were like, okay, then I'm getting sick and tired of this formation. What is it going to be about? Tell us already. We're so sick of that suspense, right? Well, that pretty much what is happening right now is, I'm pretty sure you heard it before, is that we are at a turning point. We're at a turning point. We have all of those huge, slow moving planets that don't move that often. They were all moving at the same time, switching sign from air and water into, I'm sorry, they're switching sign from earth and water into air and fire. So that created the craddle where you had Uranus is in Gemini. It was recently at 4 degree. Yes. Even me, I have to think about this because my notes, and it's been a lot. So that cradle formation was Uranus at 4 degree Gemini. Again, Gemini is communication, it's mental, it's fast, it's speed, it's innovation, it's all of these things. And then you have Neptune, which was Neptune is in Aries, a fire sign, also at 4 degree, and then Pluto was in Aquarius in also at 4 degree. So we had all of these major the that placement in the sky, and then in the cosmos, and then you add Aquarius, which was at 6 degree. But Aquarius, the full moon in Aquarius is pretty much the activation of that huge cradle that you hear everyone talking about. So all I want you to know, because today I don't want to complicate things, I just want to simplify things. All we need to know is that something major has been activated, period. Okay, let's simplify this. I'm not gonna lie, even me, I'm just over the whole fear mongering. I'm over the whole overhyping. It is a big deal, but the problem is it gets frustrating a little bit because I know many people are like wondering what is the change, but we have to understand that a lot of us felt the change already. When we say things are changing, it doesn't mean that, oh, you're gonna see like a huge ET spaceship descending on Earth tomorrow at 3 p.m. Although some might argue that we've also had these encounters lately. But we have to understand that what we're mostly trying to say when we're talking about change nonstop is that we are at a major turning point of history. Things are shifting. The status quo is shifting. Now, does that mean that we're gonna enter like a utopia? It's gonna be beautiful nirvana world? Not necessarily, because we're always going to have this opposite darkness and light fighting, but people need to understand that we've entered a new chapter. And often this chapter takes time to unfold, right? All of the stuff we studied in history, all the revolution, I'm pretty sure when people were going through them, all of the major time periods, they weren't necessarily able to realize the scope of what was happening. That is the problem of hindsight. Sometimes I mean, hindsight is amazing, but sometimes when you're going through it, you can't always have that full big picture yet. So what I wanted to say, I wanted to put the focus on, yes, we are in a very major collective change. Like we're switching from one era to another at a major turning point. And at the same time, so you do have that change on the collective level, but you also have it on a personal level. So each one of us, this change has and is and will be impacting us in a very different way. So this is where that I do believe I wanted to welcome you, to invite you to start taking that. It's an invitation for you to engage with your own life deeper, right? Because I'm going to have another episode coming out on that soon, because I really believe that astrology has been taken out of context, like a lot of things. And then the purpose is never to give away your power and for you to sit back and let people tell you everything, and then be disempowered. It is the purpose is the exact opposite. All of this is supposed to empower you, and it's supposed to invite us into the dance of life and understanding that it's not happening to us, it's happening for us. So let's ground this. What that means is, what do you mean when we're all talking about change? A new change is coming, the change is here, things are different. Big cradle being activated. What does all that mean? What that means is there is definitely this is a time for a new way of doing things. The full moon activation. So pay attention, because the new moon is a new time, a new cycle that is starting. The full moon, on the other hand, is the culmination. It is the end of a cycle, a culmination, and often if you're paying attention, you will start getting revelation, seeing things, understanding things that you weren't able to understand before. It's like, oh, it's almost like when you finish reading a book, you need to read the book to get to the end for you to understand, oh, that's what this book was about. Okay, now I understand. In a way, the full moon acts the same way. It is the end of the cycle, and with that cycle ending, we do have new downloads, new perspective, new thoughts, new revelation that comes to us as an effect of going through that cycle. So don't try to. One thing I wanted to really say, actually, I wanted to say before wrapping this up is this is where, again, I will never stop talking about this and start praising this. This is where it's amazing to work with an astrologer, because you can start making sense of all these things on your personal level. Astrology is supposed to be personal, right? This is when the magic comes alive. And if you have no idea about how this craddle and everything is affecting you personally, this is where you can enroll. You can just get in touch, start building a relationship with an astrologer, because I literally think the best way of getting, I mean, the way of getting the most of that is using astrology as a sort of guide, and then using astrologers literally the same way you're using your therapist, because I do believe that it's fascinating. It's an amazing blueprint of you, and we can see what you're going through, what are the energies that you're dealing through. What, for example, in this case, you could see where's the cradle falling in your own 360 wheel, in your own birth chart. What area is it falling in? Is it falling in mostly like the work area, because that might be a major period of reinvention for you, maybe like totally going in opposite direction you never thought about. It might be in the family area, it might be in the self, where you totally reinventing yourself. So this is where we make things personalized and make it come alive. On that note, if you would like to get a session, all of my booking links are down below, my loves. Moving on, one last thing I wanted to say is right now this full moon has happened in an Aquarius Leo axis. So Leo is all about, we're gonna stay on the positive side of things here, because every sign has a positive, amazing gifts and also shadows. But we're talking about the highest elevated form of Leo is confidence, it's creativity, it's that passion for life, and it's also individuality, because the Leo energy believes it is unique and it is important, right? It is needed to do whatever needs to be done. It is a very major centerpiece and focal point. On the other side, we have Aquarius. Aquarius is very, very collective focus. It's another sign that is related to relationship, because the signs, things are separated in different patterns, in different categories. The relationship signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Aquarius is all about the community, whereas Libra is about relationship in terms of couple relationship, one-on-one, right? Romantic relationship and stuff like that. And then Gemini is that early siblings relationship, the early relationship that we learn when we're kids, right? Because this is the first interaction we have, and how we first learn to interact with others is through our brothers and sisters, the siblings that we grew up with. Or even if we didn't have siblings, the other kids our age that we interacted with. So if you could see, once you start understanding the astrology like that, it's absolutely beautiful, and you see it as a whole cycle. It starts with Gemini, because Gemini comes first, right? It's the third sign of the zodiac after Aries and Taurus. Gemini, it's Gemini. Gemini is the first air sign about communication, that early siblings communication. Then you have Libra, you moving into relationship, right, and relating to others. And then it ends with Aquarius, which is about the greater collective, the community. So now we want to see those, the full moon, new moon, whichever we're assessing, always on the axis. Now, because it's happening on the axis of Leo and Aquarius, Leo is all about, in a way, Leo is in, and yes, it's about, it cares about when you're looking at the lion pack, it cares about its pack, it's very loyal. However, it is still a very individualistic sign, right? Which is great because you need to have individuality so you can be of use to the group. So this is what we are being called. This is the flavor of this full moon right now. It is it's pretty much understanding what is your unique take, what is your individuality within the group, how are you contributing to the group with your own individuality. So this is what the full moon is supposed to help reveal and help you understanding where you fit into this greater picture of society, of community, of the collective, and what are you supposed to contribute in that, because we don't come here, even we don't come here just to hoard things and just be all about ourselves. The whole bigger picture of the game is that it's also for us to learn to share, to contribute in the world, and to contribute with our own unique light into the collective, into humanity, into however you want to call it. So this is what is the focus here, and the full moon is supposed to help you understand by revealing different aspects and help you get a better understanding about your place in the greater collective dance that is happening right now. So do keep an open mind, pay attention to thoughts, any revelation, intuition, let it all flow out, because in order for you to really get the most out of this energy that is happening right now, we need to stop holding so tight into the past and how things were. Listen, I'm also guilty of that. I do the same thing too. But in order for the new to come, we need to be willing to let go of the past and other to make space for the new. On that note, my love, I hope this was very useful, because I didn't want to break down all of these things, because I do believe it's a, I think it's moving in, it's a whole, right? And I just still wanted to talk about it because it's been a lot happening in the month of July, especially in the last few days. And I hope this episode was helpful to you. As usual, like I said, we're not supposed to do this life alone, okay? So if you're looking for anyone to help you understand what is your own unique light that you meant to contribute in this life, this is the beauty of your chart. It's speaking to you, and if we're looking closely, it reveals so much to you, especially with the transits and everything else that is happening. If you like help you get in touch with your true essence, all, and help guide you and help understand the changes that are happening in your life, all my links are down below. On that note, my love, keep shining bright like a diamond. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.